Okay, finally I and my group have been able to implement, design and construct a smart environmental system that is capable of monitoring the environment in real time, acquiring the data, processing the data and displaying it to the user. This system also is able to send the data through remote monitoring. It was able to send through Wi-Fi. When you look at the OLED display, you can see it is showing the value of the gas. It is showing the value of the gas. The value of the gas is showing. Then we have the DHT22, that is temperature and humidity sensor. Then we have the MQ135 smoke or gas sensor. The whole system has been designed and it is working perfectly well. So the SD card has been mounted. When you look at it, you will see the SD card and you also see the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. All the system has been integrated together and they are functioning very well. Though in this report, out of 20 tests, we were able to achieve 18 accurate results, while only 2 failed. And this was as a result of difficulty in the calibration of the MQ, because it has a potentiometer at the back of it, which helps in the detection of the gas. So the whole system has been integrated. That is why when you look at the monitor, our system monitor, you can be able to see the project on STM32 environmental monitoring. So when you look closely to it, you find out that it is displaying both the temperature, the humidity and the air quality. So now let us do the final testing and find out if actually this system is able to do the work for which it is designed. Okay, in this video I have put a hand sanitizer on a handkerchief. Now let me bring it close to the MQ135 and know if it will detect the toxic gas. So you see, the system has been able to detect it and the alarm is blowing, but when I remove it, then the system stopped. Then when I put it back again, it is able also to detect it and to signal alarm to the user on how. So in this case, having seen everything and how the system is working, we want to now take out the memory card and test in our computer system and see if it has really data logged the information or the data into the SD card. And we'll also check the remote monitoring and see what we are likely to get. So now let us look at the remote monitoring. Now it is designed in such a way that it can be turned on and turned off. For instance, when the user must have gotten the feedback, he can decide to use the keyboard or the desktop button and off or on it. So that is why when we read it this way, we are going to see that the values will be doing what? Changing. It will be changing based on what we want to achieve. So currently the system is in its off position. So when we turn it on, we can be able to read the data that is displaying on the OLED. So this is exactly what we have on the OLED. That's why when you view what the OLED is talking about, it is at 572. And when you also read what we have here, it is corresponding to the real time value. So it can be turned on, it can be turned off. So it can be turned on, it can also be turned off. So, and the system is working perfectly well and everything has been fully activated. And we also have an onboard LED. The onboard LED is to know when the system has been turned off and when the system has been turned on. Since we have been able to test the functionality of the system and everything is working perfectly well, that is why you can see the LED being turned on and turned off from the computer system. So this is how it is working. So now let us unmount the SD card and now test to know if it has data inside it. So now we are going to put it in the SD and now put it in the computer system and test to know if it has information in it or data put inside it. So now we are going to put it in the computer system. Let us put it inside the computer system. So it's going to come out. When you look at it, you will see the data sensor text. Then we have opened it and this is what we are having. We are having both the normal and the abnormal. So this is what we are having. We have both the normal and the abnormal. So the system was able to work perfectly well without any breakdown. So I and my colleague, we have been able to do a perfect job. So, and we learned a lot from this system. We have been able to know how we can be able to integrate different components together in order to achieve a smart system that is capable of monitoring the environment. So thank you so much, Dr. Ramesh.